Welcome into another edition of Friday Night Fever. Big night. Tickets on the line for the North Half Championships, baby. Rhea Thornton, she is standing by, I think. Yes, there she is. Hopefully she doesn't turn into a popsicle by the time we get to her. She's in Stark Vegas. In our game of the week, however, great story. Amory and Kossuth. Amory head coach Brooks Dampier played at Kossuth. Kossuth head coach Brian Kelly played for Kossuth in a quarterfinal game where he lost to Amory. Intrigue to the max. These teams know each other very well. Let's go up Route 45 to Aggie Land. Amory on a 6-game winning streak. There they are. Kossuth on a 9-game winning streak. What's gonna give? Panthers started with the ball, and they did what they do best, run that football. Jarquez Ivy got to the outside and was forced out of bounds into that freezing puddle at around the 10-yard line. A couple of plays later, oopsie, Daisy's bad handoff, and that would eventually be recovered by Evan Patton. Aggies hold on the goal line, and the game remained scoreless. The unsung heroes of the Panthers in the media, perhaps the defense. Sack lunch right there. Nathaniel Walker was all over the place in this game. We'll hear more from him later. Fast forward second half now, end of the second half, still scoreless. And oh boy, that could be a big mistake. Muffed punt, recovered by Kossuth inside the 20-yard line. And I guess I should have said could have been big, because the defense led by Walker again, there he is, stepped up again, tackle for loss, sack, tackle for loss, and forced a punt. But here was the biggest play, in my opinion, in the first half. That is quarterback and division MVP Jack Johnson making a tackle with less than 30 seconds to go. He hurt his arm, did not return. And the result of that, Amory got 2 touchdowns, tough to keep them off the board, but the Aggies, without their signal caller, could not mount a comeback. Amory again halts Kossuth's quest for a North Half Championship appearance, 14-0. And let's see who they will play in that North Half, Winona or North Panola. North Panola only had 1 loss coming into this game, but so did Winona. So we got a high-stakes matchup. It's called the playoffs, baby. It's all high stakes. On their own 10-yard line, Jakevian Burnley handed the ball off to Denarius Robinson, who started running and popped through the crowd all of a sudden. He is off to the races. Almost, but he just kind of ran out of bounds on that one. 50 yards, though. That's not a bad one. Not a bad one right there for Winona. Same drive, next play. This time, Burnley kept it himself, but he was stopped. Jalen Rudd, a big stand by the defense. North Panola up 14-13 at this point. Aquarius Walls took the snap, rolled out to his right to avoid the pressure. His pass was tipped by Trey Cox and then still caught by Limkin Walls, who turned around and took it all the way to the house for the touchdown. Cougars went for 2 and got it. That put them up 22-13. North Panola won the game big. This was another surprise, folks. Another surprise. We got a lot of surprises tonight. 52-20. Panola advances to take on Amory. So that'll be a fun one next week. Alrighty, let's do some MAIS state championships. Kirk Academy taking on TriCounty Academy. Everyone excited for a little Jackson Academy style. Let's go. They have a great stadium. Kirk Academy, they are happy to be there, but they wanted to get a win. First quarter went scoreless, but the Rebels got on the board in the second quarter. Trace Dearman pounds his way into the end zone 6 yards. Tri-County up 6-0 at that point. Kirk County would answer. Colbert Hathcock looks right and comes left. He found Chris Bradford for a 30-yard bomb. Raiders in the red zone. And Hathcock at the controls, and he kept it himself. Kirk Academy went up 7-6. This game is still happening as far as we know. Tri-County Academy is currently up double digits in the fourth quarter. We'll have the final over on our website. Earlier this afternoon in the 5A final, Kapaya Academy squared off with Heritage Academy. And Heritage Academy going for their second state title in 3 years. They lost in the semifinals last year. And it was the Colonels that got off and running on their opening drive. J.D. Weed on the design quarterback keeper found the corner, and he's off to the races. Look at that balance on the sideline. That dude must do a little ballet on the side, little tiptoe action all the way into the end zone, put Kapaya up 7-0. Patriots respond, though, and they've been doing this all season. Mac Howard, Trey Narr, perfect throw, nice catch, touchdown, tied up at 7. Next drive for the Patriots. Here's Mac Howard again. Nice play action, faked out the camera guy down in Jackson, and he threw a touchdown pass. Heritage, second state title in 2 years. They rolled earlier today, 51-21. All right, back to the MHSAA 2A ball. Baldwin hosted Charleston. Baldwin led at halftime, 10-8. Their cheerleaders thrilled, let me tell you. But that changed quickly in the third quarter. Mook Prince with the keeper, and second effort, he said, "King me, bro." Charleston took the lead, 14-10. Bearcats were not going down without a fight. JoJo Christian with a tough run and a great gain. And thank you for running out of my way and not knocking me down, because I was fully prepared. It was too cold to move. However, that was the last good play of that drive. Baldwin turned it over on downs. Charleston, they go into Baldwin, and they put together a nice second half. They beat the Bearcats 28-10. Elsewhere in 2A, East Webster lost a squeaker to LaFleur County. So Northeast Mississippi, I am sorry, you're out of 2A contention. All right, let's go to 4A ball. To Senatobia we go. Warriors versus the Indians. Idawamba, they're supposed to go to the state title. Senatobia was supposed to lose last week, but nobody told Senatobia that, because they have been playing awesome football, and they played great football again tonight. They shock Idawamba, and they put on a show for their home crowd, sending the Indians back to Fulton with a 45-6 loss. All right, let's go to the other 4A game, Louisville versus Caledonia. We got a great fan in the stands. I mean, come on. That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, Louisville with the ball. Jace Hudspeth makes a pass to Jaden Triplett, and a nice play by Avery Hodge. Caledonia stops Louisville on the opening drive. Then Caledonia, what do? They run the football. And how fast are they? They are real fast, and they are real strong. Kawan Wyatt, 70 yards to pay dirt. And Caledonia, they never made the playoffs before this season. They never made the second round. They definitely didn't make it to the north half. And look what they did. They beat, we got the score wrong. Come on. All this build-up, and we got the score wrong. Unbelievable. It was Caledonia that won 27-7. They upset the first McAdams, and of course Sean Holiday, the man. He always brings it. Military helicopter flyover before the game. We absolutely love it. Always hype over in Belden. Let's go. Oh, and the smoke machine. Got to go for the smoke machine. But we got to get to the game here, finally. All right, here we go. QB hands off to McAdams. McAdams got that touchdown right there, 7-yard touchdown run to put McAdams up 7-0. And then here we go, McAdams again. I think McAdams, they start off this game very strong, but in the end, it was TCPS, who wins 40-24. They go to the North Half Final. Who will they play there? Is it a rematch against Biggersville, or is it against undefeated Simmons? Early on in this one, Simmons was up 14-0, but they were coming back. Here's Zay Davis. Look, how low was he to the ground, and he still found the end zone? That's amazing. It was 14-8. Simmons, however, they were cruising in this one, 66-30. Bakersville, no return trip to the state championship for them. So Simmons will play TCPS. West Lowndes, stand up, Lowndes County. They upset Taylorsville, the defending 2A state champion, 36-21. And now it's time for Band of the Week. Let's go right to it.
Friday Night Beaver Band of the Week Week is sponsored by Northeast Mississippi Community College. The Friday Night Fever Cheer Squad of the Week is sponsored by Magnolia Soap and Bath Company.
I had a magical lead into this, but we're running out of time, so let's go right to Rhea in Starkville. Update on the Yellow Jackets. Rhea, what's up?
Matt, tonight was a big night for the Starkville Yellow Jackets, not only as they look to punch their ticket into the North Half Championship for the 6A, but head coach Chris Jones also seeked his 100th career win tonight. And let's just say he's a triple-digit man now. But that win did not come easy. At half, Starkville led 21-6, and Southhaven clawed their way back into this one. Here's an example of how. Jacalen Robinson connected with Aquarius Winston Jr. He broke a tackle and was off to the races. He scored, making it 35-27. Starkville still had the lead, and the senior, the main man, Jordan Mitchell, came in clutch for the Jackets tonight, putting the dagger in the hearts of the Chargers with this beastly run. Once he gets to the outside, there's no stopping him. 42 yards for the touchdown. Starkville beats Southhaven 42-27. What an exciting night tonight, not only for the team, but for Coach Jones as well, notching that 100th win in his belt. Now they are one step closer to that state championship, but they're going to have to face a tough Madison Central team next week, who's going to be looking for revenge after that win that Starkville had here in Starkville earlier this season. Reporting live in Starkville for Friday Night Fever, Rhea Thornton, WTVA 9 Sports.
Now to the jungle. Madison Central, they hosted Oxford. Rhea kind of gave it away. Madison Central blew Oxford out in the regular season. Madison Central supposed to be the favorite going in the playoffs. Oxford, they started strong, and they look strong too. Those unis are fire. Roman Gregory with the touchdown. However, Madison Central, they took care of business at home. They'll take on Starkville in the North Half Championship. Let's move it on. 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 Next highlight, please. Next highlight, please. Okay, West Point hosted Vicksburg for round 2 of the postseason. A little 5A action here. West Point, Vicksburg, not really accustomed to being in this position. West Point, very accustomed to being in this position. Great play there. West Point, they won 42-6. And who are they going to play in the North Half final? Lafayette or Neshoba Central? This one went right down to the wire. We can't show too much of this highlight. We're already overtime already. I'm sure whoever's waiting for the late night news, I'm sorry. Neshoba, they came out on top. They won with a last-second field goal, 23-20. Remember, tomorrow, voting will open for Giant of the Week. 4 players nominated. 1 shall win. Enjoy the college football games tomorrow. Should be a couple of blowouts. Hopefully, knock on wood. See you next week.